So I'm giving my speech on natural disasters. You gotta beware of the aftermath. So natural disasters, they affect two main things. They affect the land and the community. Whenever it affects the land, the small natural disasters have smaller effects, more temporary effects, and it's nothing too crucial or dangerous. But the large natural disasters have more permanent effects, and they affect more people or animals or whatever, and it's more dangerous. They pose more of a threat. Whenever natural disasters affect communities, it can affect cultures as well, and it can change the way of life in that environment due to the large effect of the natural disaster. The first natural disaster I've listed is the tornado. Tornadoes cause temporary devastating damage to the natural environment while also having potentially great effects to a community. They can pose a serious threat, but they can also be harmless in certain situations. Tornado signs to look for are dark skies, large hail, a large dark low-lying cloud, high winds, that would typically make noise. If you see approaching storms or any of the danger signs, you should really prepare for a tornado. And those warning signs I got from National Geographic on tornadoes and climate change. The U.S. had approximately 543 deaths from tornadoes over the last 10 years, and that just shows that tornadoes, even though they seem kind of small, like it's just wind, like they can be dangerous. Tsunamis are the next natural disaster. Tsunami activity can cause some temporary but a lot of long-term effects on societies and the landscape of different communities. The tsunamis move in what's called tsunami propagation, which is when tsunamis move all the way through the ocean from the sea floor to the surface, picking up energy as it goes along to create more devastating effects because it's building up energy as it moves towards the coast. And the tsunami propagation definition is coming from NWS Jetstream. So there's this girl that got put on the news. Her name was Tilly. It's a tsunami in which Tilly sees signs. She sees the bubbling waters and the waves coming more inland. And so she tells her parents about these signs that she's seeing that she learned in school a couple weeks before. And they ended up having to evacuate the whole beach because she was right and she saw those signs. And later a tsunami happened and she saved a lot of lives because she had let people know of the signs that she saw and played a part in saving her community that was there at the time. And so that just shows that looking for the signs of the tsunami, where the plates move and the waves build energy as it propagates along the ocean floor, that it can have huge effects, and she saved lives by letting people know of what she saw. The next natural disaster is the earthquake. Earthquakes actually have never killed anyone directly, but they have caused other natural disasters which have been quite devastating. And so earthquakes, the effects of earthquakes by Topex UCSD shows that earthquakes can cause other disasters like tsunamis, landslides, and more. Just because when the plates move and the earth starts to shift, it can affect and lead into the causation of those other disasters. But earthquakes themselves, it's not what you see in the movies. The earth doesn't literally create a gap in the ground, but it will tear down what we build up. So the buildings we build will start to fall, and which can cause damage. But other than that, I mean, it doesn't pose a serious threat to anything except for the stuff that we have put in the way. Whole thing. Now for the conclusion. Natural disasters play a potentially dangerous role in our environment and something that cannot be overlooked. So hopefully y'all were informed by this presentation and can look for the signs of the natural disasters and see how it can affect land and communities at the same time. Thank you.